Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks. Today I'm going to teach you another very simple, easy to do sleight that you can do that'll help improve your magic tricks. Now, if you don't know, the Magic Channel Card Tricks is dedicated to teaching you beginning level magic. Most of them, obviously, are with card tricks, but I also have tricks here with rubber bands, paper clips, just any object that you can find that's really easy around the house. I want you to be able to do very simple tricks right away and fool your friends. Or maybe you bought a trick online from a favorite magic store, or when you and your family were out on vacation and you got it home, went through the directions, and you're like, I don't understand this. You can come back here, and I've even got video tutorials from easy tricks that you can buy from the store. Okay, so make sure you give this video a like, make sure you subscribe to the channel, make sure you hit the notification bell if you love beginning level tricks as well. Today I'm going to teach you what to do when you want to force a particular card, but you also want to allow the spectator to shuffle the deck just so that they feel like everything's on the up and up. Well, really quickly, I have done tutorials already that teach you what to do to force a card. Now, what does force a card mean? Well, obviously, when we say pick a card, any card, the spectator thinks that they're taking a free selection, right? But when you force a card, you are forcing the spectator to pick the card that you want them to pick. So let's say I want them to pick the Jack of Spades. Well, that means I'm going to force it on them. And in a lot of the tutorials we've done, the force card is on top of the deck when the trick starts, or it's on the bottom when the trick starts. But what do you do if you want to hand the cards to the spectator and allow them to shuffle? What would you do? You certainly can't let them shuffle the cards because now your force card is going to be buried somewhere in the deck. Well, an easy way around that is just to place this off to the side so they never even get a chance to shuffle it. And you're going to use something that's sitting right in front of you, and that's the tuck case. Okay? So if we were standing, okay, this isn't really a seated trick, okay, but if we were standing, you could have all of this together in a little pile in your hands. And you'd put the card that you want to force, let's say the Jack of Spades, underneath the tuck case like that. Okay? And you're holding onto it like this. Okay? Now, there's a couple ways you could do this. You could start with it underneath like that, and then you could pull the cards out like that. Or you could just simply start with the cards on top. Okay? Start with the cards on top like this, and everything looks like it's on the up and up. You say, hey, I want to show you a trick really fast, but I don't want you to think there's any sneaky business going on, so here, you shuffle the cards. Okay? Now, while these cards are out of view, you just say they're being shuffled, 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 shuffled. But over here, you're holding on to the card you want and the tuck case. And that looks normal, right? They don't need the tuck case. And they're going to try to hand the cards back to you when they're done. Say, all right, hand me the cards back. And as you put the cards in your hand like that, you're just going to move the tuck case out of the way. You see that? All the cards now fell on top of the chosen card. And you're going to hand them the tuck case and say, here, you hold on to this, or you just put it off to the side, and now you're ready to go because your card is on the bottom exactly where you want it. All right, so here's phase two. What do you do if you want your force card here to be on the top of the deck? Because earlier, in the other scenario, when the cards are handed back to you, obviously in this situation, the force card is going on the bottom, okay? But let's say the trick you're doing, you need that force card to be on the top. So now what do you do? Simple. You can do the same thing, but you're going to flip this card over like that. Okay? So your card has to be face up. Face up with the tuck like this. Now the great thing about this is you can even flash the back, right? You could flash it like this, and they'll never see that card back there because they'll just think this is the back of the deck, but it's really not. It's the other card, right? So just the same way, you'd come out with your cards like this and say, I want to show you a trick, but first, I want you to make sure that everything's on the up and up. You shuffle. So they shuffle, 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 shuffle. And you say, okay, hand me the cards back. When they hand them back to you, you're just going to spin them over like that, put it right back on top of the tuck case, and you're going to slide that tuck case out of the way. And you saw that, right? You saw your card got loaded on top. Now, at this point, you can say, let's just see. Oh, yeah, you did a great job. You shuffled those cards really well. All right, let's do a trick. And now you know exactly what that card is. That is how you control your force card to the top or the bottom very simply, and allow the spectator to shuffle the cards so they feel like everything's fair. Practice that a couple times. I'm sure it'll be a great tool. Combine this with what you learned with one of the earlier tricks where we talk about forcing a card. You combine those two things together and you'll make your magic tricks even more powerful. That is a really well-practiced key with magicians, to take a principle that they've learned and a magic trick that they've learned and put them together. And when you do that, you start creating your own tricks and you start making your tricks even more effective, even more amazing. Have fun, guys. See you next time. Bye.